Welcome back everyone. I hope you all are safe and healthy at your home. Today in this video I'm going to share about how does computer work. We know computer work with electricity, but what is the actual process how computer work and gives an output. Alright, so today in this video you will see exactly how does computer work and you will learn about few of the devices which help us to make a computer system. So let's start.
How does a computer work? Look at this picture of a computer from our computer lab. A computer is made up of many parts. Let's explore the parts to see if you know what they are called. The monitor. The monitor looks like a TV and lets you see your work and your files. The CPU. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. They contain the brains of the computer. They can be desktop models that the monitor sits on top of, or tower model that stands up tall. Floppy disk. The CPU has places to insert disk. One kind of disk drive is a floppy disk drive. A floppy disk drive reads information from a very thin floppy disk inside a hard plastic case. Floppy disk can hold up to 1.44 megabytes of information. CD-ROM disk drive. CD-ROM stands for Compact Disk Read Only Memory. They are flat, shiny disk that stores information. Most new computers have CD-RW drives. CD-RW drives stands for Compact Disk Rewrite. This type of disk allows you to write information to it as well as read from it. Most can hold up to 700 megabyte of information. CD drive burner. DVD drive or burner. The newest computers come with the option of a DVD drive. A DVD stands for Digital Video Disc. Looks just like a CD but holds much more information. They can store 4.7 gigabytes of data. Next is flash drive. A flash drive is relatively new storage device. It is like a mini portable hard drive. You plug it into the USB. USB stands for Universal Serial Port. USB port on the front of new computers and you can save data. Next is how does computers work? Input. This is when information is entered into a computer. Some common input devices include the keyboard, mouse and scanner. Output. This is the information that comes out of a computer after it has been processed. The information comes out on output devices such as a printer or computer monitor. Now processing. This is when the information is handled by the computer's brain, known as the CPU, and CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. These are some examples of input devices: mouse, keyboard, and scanner. Now first is the keyboard. The keyboard is probably the most used input device. It operates a lot typewriter. It looks like a typewriter but has many additional keys that let it do special things a typewriter can't. Special keyboard keys. The first one is the flashing light on the computer screen is called the cursor. This cursor can be moved up and down or left and right by pressing the 4 keys that have arrows on them. These arrow keys are called cursor keys. Next is shift key. When this key is pressed at the same time you press a letter key, a capital letter appears on your screen. When it is held down, when you press a key with a symbol or number, the top symbol appears on the computer. There are 2 shift keys on the keyboard. This is a backspace key. When this key is pressed, the cursor moved back 1 space to the left on your computer screen. This key is very helpful when you press the wrong letter or number. You can erase your mistakes with the help of the backspace key. Next is the caps lock key. When you press this key, a small light on the keyboard comes on. Whenever this light is on, any letter key you press will result in the capital of that letter appearing on the screen. Pressing the caps lock key a second time will turn it off. Next is the space bar key. This is the longest or long bar key located at the bottom of the keyboard. Every time you press this bar, the cursor moves 1 space to the right on the computer screen. This is the enter key. When you write a letter or a short, pressing the enter key make the cursor jump down to the next line. This is very helpful key to use when you want to start a new paragraph or you are typing your spelling list. The function keys. Most computer keyboards have between 10 and 12 function keys. These keys are usually located at the top of the keyboard and give the computer user fast way to give the computer special instructions. For example, pressing F1 when using a window program will allow the user access to the help screen. Next is the numeric keypad keys. On the right side of the keyboard, there is a set of keys grouped together in the square. These keys have two functions. When the number lock key is pressed, these keys offer a quick and easy way of entering numbers into a computer. When the number lock key is unpressed, these keys control the movement of the cursor. Next is editing, text editing keys. It is located next to the numeric keypad. There are 6 text editing keys. These keys are designed to be used in word processing programs. They allows you to move quickly around a screen when you are writing a letter or a story. They are very useful when you want to fix a spelling mistake, add a sentence to your work, or just move to the another page. Next is a device, that is mouse. Mouse is not a animal, okay? It is a device. It is not a rodent. It's another input device. It is called a mouse because of its shape and the way the cable attached it to the computer looks a bit like a tail. There are two kinds of mice. Some use a roller ball that allows the mouse to roll around a flat surface. When you do that and look up the screen, you will see a small moving arrow. This arrow is called a pointer. A laser mouse. This is the second type of mouse. A laser mouse doesn't have a roller ball. It uses a laser light that makes the pointer move. Laser mice does not have to their inside cleaned. Next is a scanner. A scanner is a very useful input device. You can place a page of writing or a picture in the scanner and it will send the information to the computer. There they can be changed, saved into a computer file or printout. Next is output device. Some output device examples are printer, soundboard, audio speakers. Now the first one is printer. One output device is a printer. Once a computer user has created something on the computer, such as a story, he can send it to the printer. The printer prints exactly what's on the screen. Two commonly types of printer: an inkjet printer and a laser printer. An inkjet printer usually print in a color. It prints by squirting out small dots of ink onto the paper. Next is a laser printer. A laser printer uses a laser beam to create an image that is transferred to the paper. It uses toner or a drum and the ink in powder. This is a sound board. A sound board is an electronic circuit board located inside the computer that can produce music and high quality sound. If you play video games and multimedia programs on your computer, you will need a soundboard. Next is a speaker. Speakers can be connected to your computer, so you can hear very realistic sound effect and wonderful music. Some computer monitors come with built-in speaker. Next is a processing computer machine, means a computer processing. Once information has been sent to a computer by one of the input devices it processed, the computer uses its brain to process the information. The computer's brain is called the CPU or Central Processing Unit. The CPU is also called the microprocessor. The word micro means small. Since the CPU is located on a small computer chip about 1 inch square, that makes sense, isn't it? Next is a random access memory. When a computer processes information, it uses software programs. Each program requires a certain amount of electronic memory or RAM, random access memory, to run correctly. RAM is temporary memory. The computer holds information in this memory and gets it when it needs it. If a computer has more RAM, it can solve problem and process information faster. If you are updating your computer, more RAM is greater than great things to add. Read-only memory. A second kind of computer memory is ROM, which stands for read-only memory. This memory is permanent. The information there was put there when the computer was made. The computer needs the information in its ROM memory in order to function.